For something that brings such a simple upgrade to our quality of life, the AirTag sure is a sophisticated piece of tech. But like most pieces of tech, not everything about AirTags is instantly apparent until you begin using it. So here are 5 things you should know about AirTags before buying one. Or 4. The first thing you should know is, depending on the model of your iPhone, you may or may not get the full AirTag experience. To make use of the precision finding feature, you need an iPhone that has a U1 ultra-wideband chip. Now, precision finding is the compass-like arrow interface that guides you to your AirTag if it's nearby. All the iPhone 11s and 12s have a U1 chip, so if you're using an iPhone before the 11 or if you're using an iPhone SE, precision finding is unfortunately not available. What you can do is see where your AirTag is on the map and ping your AirTag to make a sound. Now that sound is the second thing you need to hear of. Pun intended. When you ping your AirTag using the Find My app, it emits a series of 3 kHz beeps. Now, our ears are particularly sensitive to sounds in that area of the frequency spectrum, so it's very audible. It's also quite a bit louder than I expected such a small puck would be capable of. To give you an idea, here's a full volume text notification coming from my iPhone 12 Pro Max. And here's the AirTag. The AirTag is still not quite as loud as my iPhone speakers, but it's not too far off. Here's a few more references against some very familiar iPhone sounds. At number 3, the AirTag runs on user-replaceable CR2032 batteries, so it's not a piece of tech you have to charge regularly, and it's supposed to last a full year on a single battery, but it's only been fresh out not long ago, so I don't think any review is done with the battery life testing yet. And before you go stocking up on batteries in preparation for your AirTag shipment, Apple does ship AirTags with a battery already inside, so don't worry, they are good to go right out of the box. And thing number 4 you should know about AirTags is what happens if someone tries to jack your AirTags to use as their own. There is an official support article that teaches you how to perform a hardware reset on an AirTag. It's as simple as taking out the battery and putting it back in 5 times. Now, this reset procedure implies anyone could take your AirTag, factory reset it, and pair it to their account rather easily. That would appear to be the case at first, but later on in the setup process, an error would show up that basically says, not gonna happen, this AirTag belongs to someone else. That happens because when you first set up an AirTag, its serial number is paired to your Apple ID, and that information is stored online in Apple's servers, which is why you cannot set up an AirTag without an internet connection. Unless you first release that AirTag from your account, anyone else who tries to set up that same AirTag is not going to succeed, because when the setup process checks in with the servers, it's going to find that serial number already has an owner. So while that offers some peace of mind knowing you cannot lose ownership of your AirTag, it can be a potential annoyance though, because if your AirTag gets reset, you can no longer track it. You can't ping it either, it just becomes offline until you pair the AirTag again as if it's a new AirTag, and it would simply replace the old AirTag that got reset because it's got the same serial number. And finally, at number 5, the AirTag has an NFC tag in it that anyone who stumbles upon your AirTag can scan. The NFC scan will open up a web page, and the content of that web page depends on what mode your AirTag is in. If the AirTag has not been paired to any account, it just shows the serial number of the AirTag, briefly explains what an AirTag is, plus a link containing instructions to disable that AirTag. If the AirTag is already paired to someone's account, then there's an extra line of information that shows only the last few digits of the owner's phone number. And if the AirTag has been marked as lost by the owner, an additional window shows up with a message telling you to contact the owner, along with the owner's contact information. The owner can choose to display either their phone number or email. And if AirTag owner happens to be you can put your AirTag in or out of lost mode at any time using the Find My app. So for anyone considering to get a bunch of AirTags, hopefully these 5 pieces of information help with your decision. Let me know how many out of the 5 were things you didn't know about AirTags, and if you found the video helpful, you might want to check out some of my other ones.